Hello, it's One Take Davis. You know me, just enjoying my sunbathing. My lockdown sunbathing. Because lockdowns give me a lot of time for sunbathing. And Doctor Who. Today I thought I'd give you 10 stories for lockdown. There are many that are pandemic themed, or give you a general sense of cabin fever. When lockdown began, I made the foolish mistake of listening to Torchwood Outbreak. A story that has human civilization running rampant and eating itself within 4 hours. Oh shit! Didn't expect you, buddy! Why am I standing up? What was I talking about? So I thought whilst we're still in lockdown, present tense, because we are still in lockdown, I would make a Doctor Who holiday package, because we definitely don't want to be going on planes now, do we? Praxeus! Not great timing, definitely poor optics to have the story about the alien contagion have the alien scientists as the villain. That's just unlucky. And now that I've officially watched it back sober, I can confirm Praxeus is brilliant, underrated, and the hidden gem of Series 12, personally being my favourite story. And it's got a happy ending. Brevity, it's funny, not everyone dies horribly. Positive. There's actually a line about them using Earth as a petri dish, which is in especially bad taste, considering. Right, there's predictive sci-fi, and then there's this. Word for word. Midnight's a great story. Who doesn't love midnight? Enclosed in tight spaces with strangers? Well, you shouldn't be, but I definitely am sandwiched in with other people. It's a big bottle episode this year. And we'll have no lasting problems from it whatsoever.
I'll tell you what, we'll have to talk to each other instead.
There's an uncanny amount of pandemics and contagions and apocalypse scenarios, and this is definitely one of them. It pops up a lot in Doctor Who because it pops up more than we realised in our media. The breakdown of society is a deeply predictable thing. People in school used to tell me I look like Merlin, and I've never lived that one down. Jethro's a great character, by the way. I actually relate him too much in this story, to the point where if I was in the Doctor Who universe, I feel like I'd be Jethro. And that's not particularly a good thing. Ah, the Mask of Mandrake. Mandragora, even the main cast don't seem to decide on how to pronounce it. This is one of the few classic serials to ditch the claustrophobic sets and head to sunny, forested Italy. Wales, but it doubles quite well. I'm just here for the fresh air. Classic Doctor Who can get very claustrophobic for a show about space-time travel. I only saw Mandragora recently, in which it lived up to its reputation as being the one where Tom Baker solved every single problem by stealing a horse. Partake in some horse riding, some fencing in the woods, some 15th century astronomy, and an evil interstellar cult. Don't worry yourself with the plot of this one, just look at all the pretty scenery. That's what I did, and I had a pretty fun time with it. Also see Planet of Fire for Lanzarote, The Two Doctors for the Canaries, or Arc of Infinity for the sights of Amsterdam. Anything to just get us out of sets, which I'm using as a metaphor for my own life. Great picks, considering we won't be going to these places anytime soon. These are the sunniest outings of Doctor Who location shooting in the classic era. I would not recommend Planet of Fire for any other reason, let me just say. Like, you definitely don't have to follow the plot on that one. Turn the sound off. Let's head over to Sarah Jane Smith land with The Gift from series 3 of the Sarah Jane Adventures. Want to blame your country's mishandling of an avoidable contagion on other nations? Why not blame the Jagger theme? Jibbity, oh, he's so big. In The Gift, the swindling Blatherine come to dinner at Sarah Jane Smith's house, posing as ambassadors bearing a mysterious gift. Soon, spores are threatening all life as we know it in the name of a soulless business venture. 2 words. Customs checks. You wouldn't catch Torchwood or Unit falling for that one. Despite the fact that I know it's a spreadable alien trap, I still want to try me some of that ragweed. That joke's fucking beneath me and this channel. Maybe one day we could learn the importance of friendship and Earth could become a shining example to the entire universe. We didn't deserve the Sarah Jane adventures. Stranded! I haven't yet listened to Stranded, but if it has just as much Paul McGann Doctor bitching about the mundanity of 2020, then I think we're in for a good ride. I'm a Time Lord. I don't do up kitchens. What I would give for a normal London 2020 where nothing happens right about now. This is not paid advertising for Big Finish, by the way, I should clarify, although they probably do owe me residual checks at this point, Nick! Get on it, Mr. Briggs. I think it's getting a little bit too upbeat. Let's try out Torchwood's Children of Earth. Torchwood do the things that the Doc don't. Some alien threats are so off-brand for the Doctor that he just skips them entirely, apparently. But then again, no, he wasn't a massive bender that year. Get ready to strap in with wacky Captain Jack and the systemic class-based failings of a nation that views its people as expendable. Torchwood versus the thick of it. This is a story where Peter Capaldi will not help you, and that's very alarming to me. Say hello to the most recognisable kind of familiar evil in the Whoniverse. Fuck him to hell. It all started with a question. What use are the old? We wanted them to prove their worth, to do more than simply sponge off of the state. Shilling. And sadly, more relevant than ever. It'd be a serial ruining spoiler and a crime to explain just how plot relevant this is to modern events, so I won't go quite that far, but I will leave you with the amazing recommendation that is The Middle by Chris Chapman. It's downright depressing to see sci-fi that people cries too political, immediately vindicated in real time. One of the greatest audios I've ever listened to and well worth your time. This might be the best Sixth Doctor story ever made. How funny is it that the second the fabric of society is pushed even slightly, art like The Middle pops to mind and is proven right every goddamn time. Don't mind me, I'm just on Zoom with the boys. Shadow of the Sun has been touted as the lockdown audio story. This Tom Baker adventure was the first audio to be produced in full lockdown conditions, remotely with their own microphones over Zoom. Which you'd think would be overstated as a selling point, but the way that this pressing context is actually merged into the story itself is really admirable. A vast and transportative soundscape that now more than ever evokes true, classy escapism. A luxury starliner where everybody lives in their own little cabins. I picked it for this video not only because it's dead obvious, but because it also tackles post-truth pseudoscience and conspiracies that give the same value to opinion as fact. I have had more than enough of it, so to see Doctor Who just get in the ring and start throwing punches with the whole subject is just therapeutic. Tom's as lovely and ageless as ever, and somebody, okay, appreciate this, somebody went through the trouble of teaching 86-year-old Tom Baker how to use Zoom. That's admirable in itself. And lastly, the quarantine of Dave Rudden's Grey Matter. I know I recommend 12 Angels Weeping every video now, but there's good reason for that. I'll stop recommending it once I stop rereading it. Or he becomes showrunner, whichever one happens first. So my takeaway from this video, I guess, is that it could always be worse. There could be weeping angels. Peace from the East. See you guys in 2 months when we do all this all over again. Second wave!